Hey YouTube, welcome to my garage. Today we will be doing a carburetor clean and rebuild on my 1975 John Deere 300. And I think it's going to go pretty good. Never see that again. There's a helicopter going over. That's nice. Okay, let's get to it. Now we need to get the air cleaner cover off. So we can take this plate off. If I go the right way. And there we have the carburetor. I'm going to take this link off. You do that by just sliding off this piece that holds that on. And now we can take off these bolts holding it on. Just break them loose with a 1/2-inch wrench and then come in with a screwdriver and take them off the rest of the way. It's kind of tight to get in there. If you take them both out at the same time, you can get it off easy. And if one comes out, you can slide it off the other one. Okay, now we need to get the gas line disconnected. Hopefully it won't be too difficult. That link just discoed itself, so good to go there. Of course, this gas line is welded itself on there. Alright, now we can bring this over to the bench and take it apart. I did not turn on my microphone for this part because I'm a rookie. I was just explaining here how I like to use these stainless serving trays to clean carbs. They keep the mess contained and they help to not lose parts. I have a link in the description to something similar. Now I spray the outside off to take off the dirt and grime that we do not want getting on the inside of the carb. You can now take off the 9/16 inch bolt holding on the bowl and remove the bowl. There's a pin holding the float on. I use a pick tool to push the pin out. And now the float can be removed. And now the gasket pieces can come off. Okay, now that we have the float out, we can drop the needle out. And then to get the main jet out, we have to turn the fuel screw out. And that allows us to stick the screwdriver in. And that is not good. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see down in there, but my main jet is stripped out pretty good. I tried to get it out off of camera and it just kept on stripping it. So we're gonna leave that. It doesn't look like it's clogged anyway. It's a pretty big orifice, so shouldn't have to worry about it. And I wouldn't be replacing it anyway, so it can just stay. So next, we'll take a 3/8 inch socket and get the seat for the needle out. Hit the bowl while we're at it. Alright, so there's that. I think we'll need that washer. And then we'll take this adjuster screw out. Make sure we give everything a thorough cleaning. I'm just inspecting it, making sure everything looks good. Okay. Now, we'll just give it a quick spray. Okay, everything looks good and clean. Take the gasket off of the fuel bowl bolt. Alright, I got a genuine Kohler part. There's all the part numbers. I also will have this linked from the Amazon. Obviously, anytime you click on a link from Amazon, that helps out the channel. So I appreciate that at no extra cost to you, of course. So let's open this up and rebuild this. I like to kind of lay all the parts. That's good. We don't want to mix those two up though. Alright, so it comes with new needle, new seat, a new pin for the float, and a gasket for the fuel bowl bolt. Okay. Like I said, we will need this washer from the fuel bowl or from the seat. Okay, let's start the reassembly. We'll put this fuel adjustment screw back in. The battery for my GoPro died, so I don't know where I left off. It's about 900 degrees today, so the batteries aren't lasting very long. Okay, so we got adjuster screw in, we got this adjustment screw in. Now let's put the seat in. We're gonna very lightly tighten that at first to make sure that it's not cross-threaded. And it is brass, so we don't want to tighten it too hard anyway. Now drop the new needle in. Oh, we were gonna test that. All right, hold on, let's go test the float and make sure that that is floating. Okay, I got a little tin of water here. Now we can just dunk the float in there to hold it for a little bit. And it floats. Just like it should. So that float is good. Okay, now I thoroughly dried off the float, so that's ready to go back in. We don't want to get any water inside the carb. But first, before we put the float on, we gotta stick the gasket back in place. Just a little smaller. It's gotta stretch a little bit to get in. Okay. And now this felt gasket piece goes in. Pretty self-explanatory the way that goes. Now you can set the float down. You want the little bar that pushes on the seat or the needle to go down. It'll be up when the carburetor is on there, but now it's facing down. And then slide your pin in, align the holes, slide the pin all the way through, and then you can put the float bowl on. That looks pretty clean. Make sure everything is lined as good as possible. And just tighten that snug. Again, everything is either aluminum or brass, so we don't want to tighten too much. And that's the carb back together. I was going to replace the fuel line going from the pump up to the carb, but it's actually in really good shape, so I'm not going to waste the materials replacing that. The link for the choke fell off while we were taking the fuel line off, but that just goes in there, and then there's that little 90-degree bend into a 90-degree, 3 90-degree bends there. That goes up onto the carb. We'll lay that there for now. So that goes into the hole in there, and that's held in place like that. And then we can put the fuel line back on. There was no clamps of any sort holding that on. And now we have this bolt in place already, so we can sneak that on. And then our other bolt can go into place there. I'll take a screwdriver, just kind of get it as far as I can with the screwdriver. And then we'll finish tightening it with our 1/2-inch wrench. And now we can hook the throttle linkage back up. Right, I just put a little tiny dab of grease on this gasket just to help hold it in place while I put the plate for the air cleaner back in place. And as you can see, it didn't work anyway. Alright, make sure when you're putting this on here that this little breather tube comes through that hole, and then you can tighten up. And that is the carb cleaning and carb rebuild on my 1975 John Deere 300. If you liked the video, please subscribe. Also, I've got a lot more content coming up on these John Deere 300 series. So if you want to learn more or just see what I'm up to, please subscribe. I look forward to talking to you on the next one. Peace. We're just gonna cut this part out because it makes me look dumb.